Alright guys, welcome to another movie day. I'm very excited for today. Today I'm going to double feature Valerian and Dunkirk and 70mm film, so let's head into the theater.
I cannot aim with my hand.
If you want it, it's yours, so come.
Alright guys, so I saw Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets, and no, I'm not home. In fact, I'm not even in Las Vegas where I live in. I'm in Mexico. Look at this beautiful view. So, in the pool and everything. So, I'm gonna be recording my review here outside with the natural light. So let's get started. So in Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets, we have Dane DeHaan and Cara Delevingne, who are basically two agents that work for the government, of course, Agent Valerian and Agent Laureline. And they have a mission to save this creature, which this creature actually kind of provides life to a species out there. And that species is some type of alien race, which some of them got wiped out, but the other half is still alive, and again, they need that creature to survive. So this movie is directed by Luc Besson, who directed The Fifth Element, Leon the Professional, and Lucy, which I personally didn't really like Lucy all that much. But he's here to direct this new movie, which actually kind of caught my interest, mainly because of the visuals, but nothing else from there. From what I remember, the trailers for this movie really did not spoil the plot. That's good, because they're trying to tell the story in the movie, not in the trailer. But the story is still pretty messy. The way that they tell it is in such a messy way. Like, literally, the story is all over the place. Also, was I supposed to buy that Dane DeHaan and Cara Delevingne are a couple in this movie? Because to be honest, they didn't really feel like a couple. Because most of the times they're either mad at each other or arguing. They don't feel like a couple, and of course I guess that has to do with some of the character development, but just at the way that they portray it on screen, it doesn't really work all that well. They mainly feel like they're siblings who just argue all the time. So the way that these characters were written weren't really that good. But one thing that I absolutely couldn't stand about this movie was the first act. It was just dull, and I wasn't really invested to this movie. It was almost kind of boring. The only thing that I really liked about the first act was the world building, because we have Dane DeHaan walking in this desert with other people, and you cannot see anything, of course, until they put on these glasses, and they activate the glasses, and you can see the villagers, the village, and creatures and all that. So that was a really nice touch to this movie, and that was the best part of the first act, and that's where the movie just kind of starts to pick up a little bit. And like I said, this movie starts to pick up a little bit in the second act, because we get more to that world building and those beautiful visuals. For example, this one spectacular scene in the second act of this movie, easily contender for the best scene of the entire movie, where Dane DeHaan is breaking through different walls and dimensions. It looked so beautiful, and it looked freaking awesome. That very scene is where, like, okay, I'm kind of really starting to enjoy this movie now. Of course, like I said, all the visuals are beautiful, they're colorful, they're bright, they're vivid, they're sharp, especially watching it on the big screen like the Dolby Cinema with a very 4K-like projection, which looked even better. Like, literally, these visuals are breathtaking. I could talk about them all day. They literally took a ton of time just to make this movie look beautiful. Even though, yes, some of the character designs are kind of weird, that's what makes this movie kind of special and unique in such a way. It really marks Luc Besson over the movie. Also, being really honest, Dane DeHaan felt really miscasted in this movie, and he didn't feel like the character that he was supposed to play in this movie. He just can't really play with emotions. He's just like a very simple actor, but he's pretty good at the same time. And Cara Delevingne, I know she gets judged for her acting, and I could see why. I was kind of crazy last year when I said that she was good in Suicide Squad. After seeing that movie 6 more times, I just can deal with that, like, crazy dancing that she does in that movie, but she's actually really, really damn good in this movie. I just really hope that in every other movie she's in from now on, she is as good as she was in this movie. Easily, so far, this is her best performance. And Rihanna plays a stripper called Bubble. She's just there, but she's good for the scenes that she's in, and John Goodman, he's also just there. Overall, this movie is kind of a mixed bag. There are a lot of things that I've really liked, a lot of things that I really didn't like. But what wins me over are those beautiful visuals and that world building. Can't believe I forgot to talk about how awful the dialogue is in this movie. But if you could get through some really bad dialogue and writing and just enjoy the visuals and just kind of have fun, then you'll kind of get a kick out of this movie. If you want to watch this movie, I think this movie needs to be watched in theaters, mainly because of how good those visuals look on that big screen. But either way, I'm gonna say that this is definitely a matinee / discount day worthy film, and that's why I'm gonna give Valerian a C+. I know that in my rating system, a C+ is a rental worthy type film, but just because this movie needs to be seen on the big screen because of the visuals and all that, I still think they should give this movie a go in theaters with a matinee or $5 Tuesday. By the ways, I do not regret spending those extra $5 just to watch this movie in the Dolby Cinema at AMC Prime. And I think you should watch this movie this way if that's an option in your area. Because just watching this movie on such big screen, almost like a IMAX sized screen, and having the colors pop out, and it's just a really nice experience with those recliners and the Dolby Atmos sound. It's great. It's a great experience. It's a great way to watch this movie. So if you have a Dolby Cinema around you playing Valerian, definitely check it out. Definitely. Sadly, I did not see this movie in 3D, but I heard that the 3D is breathtaking and some of the best 3D since Avatar. But either way, I still think you should watch this movie in theaters, even if it's just a matinee or a $5 Tuesday, or if your theater does that. I just can't really recommend paying full price to watch this movie because this movie is very subjective and there's a specific audience for this movie. So if you like those weird sci-fi films, then you're that audience, and I think you should really watch this movie. And if you're not that audience, still give it a try. There's still a good chance that you could at least get some enjoyment out of this movie. But for me, it's still a mediocre at best movie that really has some really enjoyable moments and some really good things about it. But other than that, have you guys seen Valerian? What did you guys think about it? Tell me in the comment section down below what you guys thought about it. Also, please like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. I'm probably going to record my Dunkirk review right now since it's such a beautiful day out here in Mexico. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.